where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruelty Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Merris.
Hello.
It's Merris Monday.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost didn't do it right.
Yeah.
My brain was stuttering
Merris
along.
Sunday.
Yeah, well, I mean, we recorded on Sunday.
That's close enough.
Well, I said Merris Monday.
Yeah. Well, you see, you almost screwed it up, so.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so after last week's research-intensive episode, I wanted to cover something fun.
Right.
Well, fun for me. Today, we're going to talk about cryptid or ghost or alien.
Mm-hmm.
The consensus is out on what the actual fuck this thing is.
Cool.
Today, we are talking about All Colors Sam, which is
The
very
fuck
woke.
is that?
Very woke. Or, as he's also known, the Sandown Ghost Clown.
I like that.
I don't know if I like this. It's so bizarre. Okay. The setting. It was May in 1973 in Sandown, England, which is on the southeast side of the Isle of Wight and is a seaside coastal village. In the Victorian times, it was a resort, kind of like how our town of Eureka Springs started.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, today it boasts a population of a little over 11,000 people. The pictures, which will be on a public post on Patreon, make it look very lovely indeed.
It's lovely.
Lovely!
It's our British friends
It's
again.
brilliant.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Y'all can say it's cool.
Yeah, right.
Brilliant don't mean cool. You can't make brilliant happen. Stop it. Trigger warning. If you're British, I'm going to make fun of the way you talk.
Oi.
Oi!
I mean, it's sort of Australian, but close enough.
Oi, bruv.
Yeah,
All
bruv.
right. It was here that Faye, a little girl vacationing at Sandown along with a young friend of hers, met a 7-foot-tall creature that looked like a clown.
Oh.
If you squint. It does not look like a clown. Okay, so around 4 p.m. in May of 1973, 2 children, approximately age 7. First of all, let me just say none of the names, possibly not the ages, will be correct. This report was submitted anonymously.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were playing near Lake Common when they heard a strange siren-like noise. They later compared it to an ambulance siren. Now, look.
They go, we do.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. You thinking of the wee-woo wagon we got in America.
Yeah, no. The British people, they got the things that go wee-woo like that,
It's
right?
wee-woo, but it's scarier to me. They sound scary.
Oh.
Like, ours is just loud and annoying. Y'all's is like, I don't know, it makes me uncomfy.
Like
And
the tornado sirens. Those things are scary.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah.
But I don't like any siren. But anyway, it's wee-wooing. There's like a woo-woo kind of crazy droning siren noise.
Uh-huh.
And children, being idiots like they are, they're like, I'm going to go investigate this.
Yeah. I would too.
Now, for anybody calling bullshit like who would let their 7-year-old just run around, this was the 70s, y'all.
Right.
This is before the whole stranger danger thing.
Yeah.
And kids was just running fucking wild everywhere.
Sure were, yeah.
Especially in the countryside.
Yeah.
Which you'd say, well, then there's not as many people around. But kids are dumb and they fall down and fall into rivers. I wouldn't let my 7-year-old
Were they like,
run
hey, bruv, what the bloody hell is that?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And so they were like, wow, we're going to go look at it. 7-year-old me would have shit my pants and run away.
That isn't brilliant. What is it?
And then, so, like, they just kind of, like, tried to trail it.
Okay.
And they ended up going to, like, they went across a golf course, and then they went into, like, what was they called a swampy meadow, which doesn't sound very nice.
No, did they see Shrek or anything?
They did not see, well,
I
mean, maybe.
Yeah.
They crossed a wooden footbridge when suddenly, appearing from under the bridge, was a
troll.
hand in a blue glove.
Nope, I don't like that.
Only had 3 fingers.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 7-year-old me would have really, like,
stomped on it.
puked and cried and shit my pants and run away.
Yeah.
And then an entire being came from under the bridge, holding a book, which it seemed to be like fumbling and struggling with, like it was having a hard time.
It's only got 3 fingers.
The creature dropped the book into the river. The creature then reached into the water to get the book, and after getting its book back, went into what the children described as a metal hut.
Huh.
Remember, they're 7-year-olds.
Right.
Now, it's important to note that UFO shit and aliens, like they're in the pop culture now, weren't.
There was no internet in the 70s.
No, and I'm not saying aliens weren't in the pop culture by then, because they sure were, but it really wasn't until 1983's Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And like Star Wars. And crap.
Star Wars in 1979, I believe.
Yeah.
People just didn't think about aliens very much. So these kids that didn't occur to them, that they were looking at like a flying saucer.
They were like, bloody hell.
So anyway, the hut started moving. Now, according to the children, it wasn't like gliding or hovering so much as hopping along.
Huh.
Like boinging.
Yeah.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yeah.
The kids were a little creeped out by this naturally, and they walked away. But a short time later, the creature appeared again, this time carrying what looked like a black microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Then the siren sound came back, only this time it was much louder, so loud it hurt the children's ears.
Mm-hmm.
This caused the 7-year-old boy to fucking run off.
Yeah.
He's smart. The moment he took off, though, the siren noise stopped and the creature talked into the microphone this time. It said, "Hello, are you still there?" And it had a friendly voice that put the kids at ease. So they walked closer to it, being very curious and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The children described it as nearly 7 feet tall. It had a strange head with no neck, like its head had just been stuffed between its shoulders.
Like Big Ed?
Like Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé, yes.
Oh my god, that is scary.
Yeah. The head kind of sprouted from the shoulders. It had a round white face with triangular eyes that were blue, and it looked like they were just painted on.
I don't like that.
It had wooden antennae that sprouted from its head and a triangular cone-shaped hat. The creature was wearing what seemed to be green tunic made of spandex with a red collar where its neck would be if it had one. The hat was yellow and its pants were white. It had a brown square for a nose and yellow lips that didn't move when it spoke. Fuck off thing.
I don't like that at all.
No. In addition, it had red hair sticking out from the cap it wore.
It looks fucking ridiculous, though.
Yeah. The children were fascinated by the creature, if a little bit afraid. The creature wrote in a notebook that the child face started to read, and it was pointing at words but kind of out of order.
Mm-hmm.
And the creature said basically, "Hello, I am all colors Sam."
Nope.
Sam, they found out, could speak. It just couldn't pronounce words very well. It asked the children about themselves, like lots. It asked the kids like tons of questions.
Stranger danger.
Then the kids asked Sam questions, too. The kids asked if he were human, or it. Like,
yeah.
There's no pronouns on this guy. Sam laughed a little and said, "No." The kids then asked...
No.
It was like, no.
Yeah.
Then they asked Sam if it were a ghost. And it laughed again, much longer this time, and said, "Well, not really, but I am in an odd sort of way." When the kids just straight up asked, "What are you?" Sam replied, "You know."
No, we don't. I really fucking don't this time.
And well, the kids kept asking probing questions, and Sam would just go, "You know."
I don't like Sam. He's really, really creepy.
Yeah, he's no good. The creature then told the children, without being asked, that it had no name, that All Colors Sam was a name it chose for itself. Sam said it wasn't the only creature around either. It said there were many entities all around them all the time. It then drew a crude picture of what another entity looked like, and I'll look for pictures of this because it is not described in the actual report that I read.
Okay.
So I'll see if I can't find it, but I'm going to guess it was a cosmic horror or some shit.
Right.
Sam
Nonsense.
said,
That's the
yeah,
answer.
just fucking a DMT dream. That's
Right.
what it was. Sam said it and others like it were afraid of humans. They were afraid of people hurting them. It told the children that if a human being attacked it, it wouldn't fight back. Then the creature invited the children to come inside its metal hut.
No.
But to the children, it had proven that it was a peaceful creature, so they're like, okay.
Don't do it.
They had to crawl through a flap to get inside the hut.
Mm.
Once inside, it was way bigger on the inside than the outside. It was a 2-story type building on the inside, and it had simple wooden furniture and a bluish-green wallpaper that had dials printed on it in a pattern, like, mechanical dials and like
Yeah,
space
but
age
it's like
kind
wallpaper. Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah, like it was a playhouse and not real.
Right.
The upstairs wasn't very roomy, very close to the ceiling, and the floor was described as metallic upstairs.
Okay.
When the kids were inside the hut, Sam took off its hat. The kids said it had round white ears and thin brown hair on the top of its head that didn't match the red in the front. Sam chatted in a friendly fashion with the children. It said it had a camp it could go to when it was foraging for berries, and how Sam had to clean the water before being able to drink it. While talking with the kids, Sam put a berry into his ear.
Okay.
And then he rolled his head all around all crazy, jerking it back and forth, until the berry popped out of his eye.
Okay.
And then he jerked his head around a whole bunch more times until it rolled into his mouth, where it disappeared.
Okay.
That's how he ate stuff.
I just don't like this thing.
No, after talking with Sam for around 30 minutes, the kids decided it was time to head back. They said goodbye to Sam and then ran to find an adult to tell the story to. When they got to the golf course again, they ran into a groundskeeper and they told him what they'd seen. And naturally, this guy was like, "Fuck out of here, you dumb kids."
Yeah, right.
You're taking the piss, as the Brits would say.
You're taking a piss. Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
a piss, the piss.
I don't know.
If you're saying I'm taking a piss, you're literally peeing.
Sometimes I gotta.
If you're taking the piss, you're joking around.
I need to get a British person to confirm this.
It's true! I'm offended.
Tell me about the piss, British people.
Don't tell me about the piss, please. I'm the one who gets the emails. I know what it means. I don't need to be told about piss. Faye was so upset by not being believed, she didn't tell her dad for a couple weeks. Finally, she broke down and told him. She told him she'd seen a ghost named All Colors Sam. Her father went back to where the children had seen the creature, but of course it was gone, as was the metal hut.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do. The story was pretty much impossible to believe, but Faye's father believed her, given the level of detail she'd provided. And he eventually contacted a British UFO research group who investigated Faye's story and determined that it was probably extraterrestrial in nature because, of course, they'd say that.
It's aliens.
I don't know what the fuck you think it's aliens for other than the weird hut.
This is just straight up. I don't even know what this is.
Look, I just don't think a kid would make all that up, personally. I've had a lot of kids and been around a lot of kids, and when they make up shit, it's somehow dumber than this and less believable.
Let's say I believe her, but what do you do with that information?
Right? You just go, the fuck?
Okay, yeah.
Don't
go there
again. And to this day, these people have never come forward. They're still anonymous.
Okay.
During the course of the investigation, Faye's father, who remains anonymous and went by Mr. Y, reported that he'd had a strange sighting 3 years earlier in 1970. He was driving through a nearby village when he saw a strange craft with many lights hovering over a river. He said it was huge, made no noise, and kind of like moved stupidly.
Yeah.
Like erratically.
That's a science term, I understand.
Stupidly, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's sort of in a meandering fashion, like it had no set destination.
Yeah.
It had like lights running along the sides that were a bright red cherry color and were interspersed with white lights, and the entire craft was luminous. The craft like kept moving around, and like then it started flying parallel to his car as he was driving.
Like chasing him almost, or
just buddying
running
along,
alongside,
running alongside. And so naturally he pulled over because he's kind of freaking out. He had a flashlight in the back, so he grabbed it and he started flashing the flashlight at the UFO, maybe to communicate with it.
Yeah.
It moved forward and backwards, like in time with the flashing of his flashlight.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
And he did this for over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Finally, he was just like, okay, that's enough. And he got back into his car and traveled to his destination and told no one.
Yeah.
If that weren't weird enough, a friend of Faye's father's reported seeing a similar craft that looked to be playing hide and seek amongst the trees. Like behind them and then coming up
Yeah, I
over
don't
the
like
top.
that. It's sort of creepy.
Yeah, this whole thing is a very trickster vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Faye's father said the strange sightings continued for weeks. Red orbs of light would follow his car at night. Another encounter Faye's father had was in March of 1972, a little over a year before his daughter's sighting of All Colors Sam. This was near Compton Bay and is far scarier than his previous encounters. He was like walking along the shore, and a sudden, inexplicable tidal surge happened out of the blue and forced him up a cliffside. He was convinced it was caused by an underwater craft that made a strange metallic droning sound. He could see it under the water.
Okay.
But then it changed kind of. It morphed. And there were two big yellow eyes. They were enormous, like bigger than him.
Like Nessie?
He said it was still like a UFO, clearly like metallic, but it had yellow eyes on it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And he said it like he felt it looking at him, staring at him. And it didn't feel nice. He was terrified.
Yeah.
And he was stuck up there for quite a while until finally it disappeared and then the tide receded.
Wow.
He was really shaken up by this encounter and he vowed on his way home to forget all about this weird shit. Until that is, Faye's encounter. The fact that he wouldn't use his real name or his daughter's real name lends some credence to his stories. In addition, if you read through the official report by British UFO Research Group, it's clear that Faye's father didn't give the interviewer all of the details about All Colors Sam.
Okay.
He left out a lot of the conversation between the children.
Yeah, I hope nothing like creepy happened or anything.
I don't know. And he, and he didn't like report that particular like parts of the conversation to Bufora, which is the UFO group.
Yeah.
And he didn't make a report at all until 5 years after the incident. It troubled him very much.
Yeah, this is a very... I think the absurdity makes it more disturbing.
Yeah. So another disturbing detail of this case is that Faye told her father that there were some workmen working on a telephone pole. I mean, at least that's what I think it was. The UFO research group says that it was a post they were working on.
Yeah.
What are y'all fucking talking about?
A post, obviously.
What like just a stick in the ground?
A mailman?
A mailbox?
Speak English, British people.
What have you done to the English language? My God. I'm still fucking pissed that sponge is cake.
Yeah.
What are y'all on about?
Or
is
the
what
chip
you clean.
situation.
Y'all. Look, okay, I can forgive the chips. I get it. It's chipped potatoes. I get that. Crisps. Yeah, potato chips are crispy. I can cope.
What
with
about
that
the
one.
dang cookies?
Biscuits. Listen, y'all need to come to America immediately, okay? And I will make you some biscuits.
Well, I'm confused at what those actually are.
Biscuits or cookies?
I
over
know,
there.
but it could be a biscuit. Like
No,
an
that's a
actual...
scone. See what I'm saying? They're fucking everything up.
No. I just
Absolutely
can't.
not.
Fucking...
Absolutely not. They say Southern American English is closer to the English that Shakespeare
Do you think
wrote.
Shakespeare said y'all and dang?
He did. He said, listen here, y'all.
These are dang chips.
I was trying to think of a Shakespeare quote. And then I fucking couldn't.
To
Because
be or not to be?
that's not Shakespeare, is it? It's
Yeah,
from
sure
Hamlet.
is.
It's from Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alas, poor Yorick, y'all.
Yeah.
Dang. There we go.
It's the winter of our discontent. That sure is what's going on here.
I am discontent. It is winter. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's colder than a witch's teat and a brass bra up in here.
That's definitely Shakespeare.
That's me spitting into my spittoon.
So tell me more about this fucking Sam.
Well, that's it, really. But okay, so the workmen are working on a telephone pole.
Okay, yeah.
And they are near enough to where they could have overheard and seen Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't see anything.
Not even the kids?
They saw the kids, but not Sam.
They could be making up shit. They could be role playing. I don't know.
No. So this put me back in mind of a story that I read about a UFO encounter. There were two brothers in a field in like Kansas or some shit. Of course, it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere because UFOs like to make us Southern folks look like idiots.
Well, you don't have to work hard at that.
Eat my whole ass. I hate that particular stereotype. It's not fair. There are plenty of liberal, educated, smart, cool people in the South. We've just been gerrymandered all to hell, and that ain't our fault. Yes, we sound fucking dumb.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, coleslaw, indeed.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think everybody sounds dumb.
That's true. But, okay, guys in the field.
Yeah, they didn't see shit.
Okay.
And the little girl was very disturbed by this.
Yeah.
And all of her life was disturbed by it.
Right.
But again, the brothers in the field, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the brothers sees a UFO, sees your classic silver disc flying around. Mm-hmm. The other brother was standing right next to him and saw fuck all. Mm-hmm. Because the phenomenon, whatever the shit it is, because I don't think it's spacemen, I don't think it's ghosts, I don't think it's Bigfoot, I think it's something else entirely.
All three together, all wound up together.
Yes, and it can control on who sees it, how it's seen. It puts me in mind of, too, in 1996, driving through the French countryside, was a family and their two children. The children in the back were looking up through the sunroof of the cars. They're driving along, and they see a UFO, and it is the classic saucer shape. Mm-hmm. They had a disposable camera with them, and they snapped several pictures.
Yeah.
When they go to develop these pictures, instead of seeing this silver disc that they had all witnessed, the whole family, it was a black star shape in the sky.
Like the chandelier UFO?
Like the chandelier UFO, which I believe has been debunked.
Oh, has it? Because they made a big announcement about that shit.
Yeah, I thought it looked like the Chaos Star from Warhammer.
But I guess it's not real?
No, I think it was a missile launch.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, it did look like that. It was a black, like, I think 6 or 7 pointed. It had a lot of points.
Oh, okay.
It looked like an asterisk, right?
Yeah.
So there's some component, and this has been revealed by, like, Dr. Gary Nolan and other UFO ding-dongs, that they have the ability to warp our senses to make us see what they want us to see.
Right.
And I think that's what happened with these kids. I think the phenomenon showed them something cheerful in primary colors, like a clown. Hooray. Mm-hmm. But, you know, something was off about it.
Yeah.
And it gets brought up a lot that perhaps it was a fairy. And, like, look, we've talked about fairies on this podcast before. I ain't talking about Tinkerbell. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's bullshit. That's cartoon stuff. I'm talking about scary-ass shit in the woods, like you'll hear crazy music in the woods. Mm-hmm. And your dumb ass follows it, and you never come back, and they just find a pile of your bones.
Oh, boy.
It's that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I wonder if this wasn't the same thing. We go into a space that's transformed once we go inside it. That's really common, like going into a fairy mound. There'll be a whole world in there instead of just, you know, a hole.
Yeah, it's like a TARDIS or something.
Tartarus?
I don't know. I don't watch Doctor Who.
Oh, TARDIS, like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I say like a whole world, you go into fairyland, which is different than here, but similar.
Well, they've talked about like UFOs where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yes, and I did note that about All Colors Sam, who I'm a big fan of.
I wouldn't use the word fan.
I'm interested.
I never want to see anything like that.
On the cryptid fuckability scale.
Where is he?
He rates higher. Because
the great outfit.
Number one, grade A outfit.
Yeah.
And I kind of have a thing for clowns sexually.
Oh, gross.
Like Harlequins, like the Venetian ones.
Still not. No.
Mimes are kind of hot. I'm into that.
Okay, so what number you give him?
I give him a 7.
Wow, that's really high up.
Well, he's the most humanoid of most of the cryptids we've covered.
He doesn't have a neck like Ed.
That's fine. He might have a dick. He's got at least 6 fingers total.
He's got antennas.
Yeah, what do they do?
He's got a dunce cap.
Well, he can take that part off.
He's got stupid hair.
Don't care about his hair. At least he has some. At least he looks vaguely humanish.
Like Pinocchio. That's what I'm picturing.
I'm gonna fuck a puppet. Fuck it.
No, we're out. We're done with this podcast. Podcast is now canceled, y'all.
No, it's not.
We're done. This is the last episode we'll ever do again.
Oh, calm down. Look, because I have no fear and a genuine interest in this shit, I'm never going to see something that, like, fucking legit in my life. I mean, I've seen some legit shit. And, you know, you never want to fuck it when you see it. You're always just sort of freaked out.
I don't want to see Space Clown. This is bad.
Space Clown might be bad. Yeah.
Nope.
He reminds me of Mr. Bill. You remember that? Like the claymation from Saturday Night Live?
I'm a boomer. I remember Mr. Bill.
And he was a little claymation character that would get squished and mangled in funny ways. Yeah, because with the, I don't know, just kind of pasted on features. Very strange.
I don't like it.
But a lot of people think that he's a fairy. I don't. I think he's some interdimensional fuckwad. I don't know what he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wanted to eat those children or something.
Yeah, probably.
Or I don't know. I think it's funny that the dad saw it first because in UFO sightings and weird, like, paranormal stuff, it does tend to go down, like, family lines and stuff.
Yeah, and there'll be clustered events. Like, you'll have a really weird UFO sighting, and some guy down the street also has a Bigfoot sighting.
Yes. Well, we talked about that pretty extensively in our Mothman episode.
Yeah.
And if you haven't listened to that, well, you should check it out.
Yeah, he's a 10. He's a 10 out of 10, that Mothman.
I would fuck the Mothman. I'd bring him home to meet Mama if my mom weren't dead and in hell where
Is
she
your
belongs.
mama lamp? Like,
no, she's just dead.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's the light of our life.
No. That's just, her body burning forever in the pits of hell would be the light of my life. That's true. Yeah. Bad lady. Yeah, so Mothman's definitely up there. But he also, All Colors Sam, reminds me of the Fartwoods Monster. The Flatwoods Monster,
the Fartwoods Monster. That's the science name.
Yeah, and that one ranked very low on the fuckability scale due to odor.
On account of the farts.
The sulfurous rotten egg clouds. Yeah, I'm not into... Hygiene's important to me.
Yeah.
If you can't control your IBS long enough for like an encounter,
what
then
kind
I'm
of
not
monster are you? You got diarrhea smelling like fart.
My God, Merris. That was all English and certainly a sentence that just made no sense. It was a complete word salad.
Yeah, I do on my own podcast, just so you guys know. I talk real good there too.
That's the dyslexia. It's very good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't even know if I can classify. See, that and the Flatwoods Monster, I don't know that if I could classify as a cryptid.
It is, for sure. Yeah.
I don't think so, because cryptid is implying it's a literal physical aminal.
Yeah.
So I don't think Mothman's a cryptid either. I think he's just a...
It just is. It just, yes.
I'll defer to you because you're Dr. Paranormal.
I am the doctor of paranormal crap, yeah. Got a PhD, paranormal crap.
So I want to start covering more things like this that are just so bizarre that few people have heard of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And y'all, listen, this isn't a plug for my Patreon, but it also is. But I will have the pictures, and there are drawings of All Colors Sam, and he is goddamn ridiculous looking.
He's still hot, so he's number 7 out of 10.
Well, look, when we got stuff like the fucking chupacabra, which is a 0, by the way, because it doesn't even have any human parts.
And you are a racist against big feet.
Because he's stanky. They call him a skunk ape for a reason.
He's also a 0, I understand it.
Because of the stench.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, look, cisgender, like, human men can't even wipe their ass. You think that thing's got dingleberries for days.
That's true.
I can't handle that.
That's my email, dingleberryforday@hotmail.com.
Fuck off. But no manscaping's going on. Can you even find the dick and all that fur? I don't want to look for it.
I don't know.
It's a lot of effort. But Mothman, I don't know. There was this like one account of him like kind of looking sad and sleeping on somebody's roof in the rain.
Yeah.
I just want to take him home, feed him soup. You know,
Yeah.
it's the womanly urge to feed things soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of want to find more stuff like this. So if you have any suggestions, like the Van Meter Visitor is probably my favorite episode we've ever done for Merris Monday. The Horn Light.
Horn Light.
Man legs.
Oh.
You guys should check out that episode too. It is really ridiculous, but terrifying if you think about it. If you saw a pterodactyl with man legs and a horn that shone a light, you'd be freaked out.
He's got horns in
one
one place.
One horn.
No.
Are you talking about his dick?
Yeah.
They didn't, the dick is never mentioned in any of these.
It should be.
I want to know what you packing.
Yeah.
I want to know what we got going on.
I bet Colorful Sam's got like a spring-loaded snake thing. Pew, you know.
Oh, I'm kind of intrigued.
No. No.
Oh, I love you. I'm sorry you're married to me, but you picked this and you knew what you were getting into.
I don't have a springy dingy.
Podcast is now canceled. This will be the last
We're done
episode.
with spring a dingy. Boing.
Oh, no. It reminds me of that song, you know, the one that goes, ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Oh, that's old internet. That's how you know that we're
Boomers.
elder millennials.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X, so I'm even older and more, like, useless. Okay, so you know what's not useless? Business time. Look, you like that transition? It was smooth as butter. Smooth, like all colors Sam's spandex tunic.
Yeah.
So we have a Patreon you can join for as little as $1 per month. And yes, we make content for that tier too. We do like 15-minute cases. Often when I'm doing research for this podcast, I run along cases that are just too short for a full episode. This one was borderline, almost too short, but it was just too good not to do an episode on. But we'll do and it's not just like paranormal stuff. I do true crime, missing persons cases, weird shit, cults, you name it. And for the $5 tier, we do anywhere from 3 to 4 episodes a month. And these are full length episodes, usually about an hour, hour and a half. And there are higher tiers if you just want to support the podcast more, which is awesome. If you were to do that. What else is awesome is our Discord. And I know a lot of podcasts have Discords and the hosts aren't really active, but I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always in there. I love talking to y'all. You can come and hang out with me. We have a ton of people in there. We've kind of made a really nice little community where we just kind of help each other and build each other up. And it's really nice. And you should come and show me what your dogs and cats and pets look like.
Yeah.
Take a picture of your dinner. I want to see it.
Unless it's gross, then I don't.
Yeah, maybe not. Just, look at it and think, would I buy this? And if the answer is no, I mean, to be fair, I don't care if your
just
dinner
do what you
gross.
want.
Do
I
what
don't
you
care.
want.
It's chaos.
Your dinner can look like poop from a butt, and I'm going to give it a little heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love you. That's why I'm going to make it weird.
Yeah.
We got merch. We got all kinds of merch. I'm wanting to do, every one of the cryptids I've covered, I want to do a t-shirt for.
Yeah.
I desperately want an all-colors Sam t-shirt. Once you see the illustrations of this redonkulous thing, you'll want one too. But for right now, we have all kinds of t-shirts in there, and it's a really nice quality. And I think you've had your t-shirt for a couple years, and it hadn't faded or nothing.
No.
Our cups and mugs are really
still
nice.
Good. Still going. I haven't broken it yet.
Yeah, you can get stickers. All kinds of stuff. It's really cool. And you can find the links for all of this in our link tree. And please go follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Willow is in charge of our social media, but she's been busy, so it looks a little inactive. It won't be for much longer. Everybody's still kind of trying to figure out things, so come join and say hello. But the best place to interact with me is on Discord, because I'm in there every single day.
Yeah.
Because I'm the good host.
You're the good one.
I am the good one. Give me a gold star.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also if you're like, you know what, Lillian, you made me laugh today, and I sorely needed a laugh on this dreary Monday, then you can send me money on coffee.
Yeah.
That would be nice, because I'm poor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing so I don't cry. You know, inflation got us all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And look, if you don't feel bad. You got to look after you and feed yourself. But if you can spare it, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
Other than that, if all you can do to support this podcast is listen, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, and I know you are because I can see the analytics, you're going to hit the like button and the little bell button and the subscribe and leave a comment that's nice.
Yeah, nice ones.
Yeah, because if it's a dickball comment, I'm going to go delete. And then I'm going to think in my head, you can lick my butthole.
And you're the real dick ball.
You're the weenie ball, not me.
Yeah.
No, I just like having conversations. I like talking about these cases that I research. I spend hours on this shit. So yeah, leave something that we can talk about, not just like eat farts or something. I'm not interested in that. No. I want to eat cake or something.
Yeah, give me cake.
Oh shit, I kind of want cake now.
Let's eat some cake.
I don't want to make it. It's late.
Yeah.
Also, if you're like, hey, you know what I like? I like Merris and Lillian. They're funny. Then check out Merris's podcast, Reality, which is where we make fun of reality television.
Yeah.
That he forces me to watch because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're covering Sister Wives right now, but we're almost at the end of that season, and we're going to be doing 90 Day Fiancé next.
Yes.
Yeah. What a fucking train wreck. So, yeah, come play. But anyway, goodbye.
Bye.
us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/cruelty has all the links. Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.